Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh with Sohn. Today, I wanted to go over the concept of how to write for Latin, Afro-Cuban type music, and what better to give you a real life example of something I've been writing for Velvet Green Music. Velvet Green Music is a production library, and a lot of cable networks and TV networks will license stuff from them. So the reference track that I was given was something like this, where they say, okay, write something that incorporates these type of sounds and rhythms. Alright, so that was one reference track I was given, and so just based off of that, also time requirement of 2.5 minutes, this is what I came up with. So without further ado, I'll play that for you right now. All right, cool. So I hope that helps in terms of the energy quality. I would say it's upbeat, it's lively, energetic, and that's all dictated with tempo, also with the type of rhythms that you want to use. So where to begin? There are a couple concepts here that is unique to Latin or Afro-Cuban type music. First is the clave. If you guys aren't familiar with that, that's something to know right away. Clave means key in Spanish, or it derives from that, at least from what I understand. And what that means is we have the backbeat in American music, where the snare drum's on tune 4, and that's kind of the foundation for a lot of our type of rhythms. But and I say R as in being an American. But if other parts of the world, if you go about Latin type traditional Latin music, a lot of it's going to be heavily based around the clave. So the clave is equivalent to the American backbeat, and it goes like this. I'll play you again at the beginning. Okay, so it's not a complete clave. I think I take out the last part right here. Let me open that up for you. So I have dot 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 dot. Okay, so right there, I'm taking out one note that would make it a complete clave pattern. Other than that, this one is also dictated by the form. So you can actually move this around like so, and put this over here like that. Let's play that again. Okay, again. So I'm reversing it, and also then it's a different flavor, but it's still a clave essentially. It's just turned around. We call these by the number. So if it starts out with 2 notes and then 3, we call it a 2-3 or 2-3 clave. And how I reversed it, it would be 3-2 clave. Now there's also 2 types of the claves besides the number. When the note ends on the and right here, then it's going to be called a rumba clave, and that's more contemporary sounding. More traditional is the Sohn clave. So this is a 2-3 Sohn clave. Okay, and this is a 2-3 rumba clave. Alright, so you get the idea. I hope that answers some questions in regards to what the clave is. Generally, it's played on clave, 2 sticks, or it can be on one of those plastic wood blocks or temple blocks. That's also popular. Sometimes the clave will be played on a small bell as well. If it's a drum set player, sometimes they'll have it on their left side where the hi-hat is, just off to the left. They'll have another pedal that clinks on one of those cha-cha bells or something. I'm not sure which bell that would be technically, but you can play a clave on a bell too. So these are all common types of devices or ways to go about it. Now, going on to the other parts, if the clave is the foundation, then we also have the meat of what's going on through the hand drums. So the hand drums are played by bongos, congas, and then the timbale. Okay, I missed the timbale. I'll play that again. Alright, cool. And then adding into the next section, we have bongos coming in. Alright, I also felt like it was lacking maybe some bottom end, so I also down here added some floor tom to act like a bass drum. Good. And by itself, when it's naked like this, it does sound empty. So there's always going to be that second part of the equation, which is the glue to everything. And the glue here would be the shakers, some maybe tambourine. We got other bell patterns, and also a guido on the very top. So with the guido, we have from Damage. We have one guido set, and then another one I think is from Cuba. Yeah. And so anyways, those are combined together to sound like this. Alright, it has kind of a nice depth to it as well. Shakers are also from Damage, I believe, and Evolve. Yep. Okay, so let's put those together. Yeah, some nice eighth note action. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all right. So that all automatically will glue everything together. And to top it off with the mambo bell and clave, it just adds another dimension. So let's add that together. Okay, so the mambo bell pattern gives it a nice energy quality to it, right? It has that brightness that the other instruments kind of lack, but the other ones are very important to glue it together. And then on top of all of that, you have a Hallian sonic conga solo. So Hallian being the sample library. Okay, so some soloistic type of elements on that, so leading on top of everything else that's happening. So that's pretty much the breakdown. One other thing I'd like to mention is there are transitions, and transitions are fun to write for because if you get it just right, you can cause this little breather, but at the same time it piques the audience's attention. And even though this is for a production library, you know, you can hear this in context in a concert or something, and it really just adds it as a nice refreshing element, but also keeps the audience engaged. So here's one transition. Okay, so adding those transitions will help to lead you into the next section. As it builds, it's always good to start a little bit lower on the energy level with less amount of notes, and then as you go later, start to get busy and busier towards the end. And then I think there's a little bit of fill at the end too. Let's hear that. Yeah, cool. So that's my video for today. That's how to write a Afro-Cuban influenced beat, and this is all percussion, so feel free to take this and then add other instruments like a bass or melodic instrument, and then all of a sudden you have this nice dance track. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something new. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.